So this course, we're talking about concepts, and we're talking about human intelligence versus artificial intelligence. And the main key words that are thrown around is intuition and creativity. Ah, yeah, machines can do this so fast without making mistakes, but they can't have emotions, and they can't have creativity, and they can't feel love, and they can't have intuition like the level that humans can operate on. And which is sure true. I honestly believe that. But the gap isn't as far as you think it would be. The machines are very close to achieving creative levels of output that even humans will say, wow, that's really good, that's really creative, that's really worthwhile. Why did we think of this? So that's a good discovery. That's an advancement to human knowledge. And machines are doing that for us as we speak, especially in the game of Go. And the reason why I chose this topic is because I wanted to talk about this. Was AlphaGo a boon or bust to the game of Go, or Padu in this case? In the game of Padu, was AlphaGo a boon or a bust? Boon meaning a good thing, bust meaning a bad thing. So in the game of Go, you have people who are saying this is an art form. This is a game art form. And only humans can do this. And this is what Lee Sedol thought before he got into the game. So Google DeepMind said to Lee Sedol, $1 million if you win playing against our AlphaGo, right? We'll play in Seoul. Yeah, we'll ship our team and our machines and everything. We'll go to Seoul, we'll play 5 games in total. If you beat 3 of the 5 games, we give you $1 million. Lee Sedol was like, sure, let's do it. And he wanted a challenge, because he's beaten every other human players out there. So he's like, yeah, I'm at the top of the game. I'm ready to play an AI machine. Let's see what happens. And before he went into game 1, he's like, I'll beat it 5-0. I will not lose. That's what he said. I will absolutely not lose. That's what he said.
Are you sure?
He was very sure. He was very sure of himself.
Wow.
But the reason why he said that obviously was because this is his main assumption. It's hard to believe that a computer can match human intuition. This is what he said. I translated it because he said it in Korean. But if you translate it, this is what it comes out to. It's hard to believe that a computer can match human intuition. After game 5, all the games, he lost 4-1, by the way. The series, the 5 games that Google DeepMind played, AlphaGo played with Lee Sedol thought he was going to win 5-0. He ended up losing 4 and winning 1 game. And that was significant. That 1 game win is a big win because nobody else did it. Since Lee Sedol, nobody was able to beat AlphaGo. So that's just letting you know. After game 5, he said, human creativity is also confined to a construct. Because of the way the computer AlphaGo was playing, Lee Sedol came to the realization, right, even what we think, humans as what we think is creativity, that's also in a box. It's in a frame, and we can only make that decision if it's in that framework. If it's beyond that, it's like, that's stupid, that's bad, that's a foolish mistake, or whatever. They'll label it like crazy, as they did throughout the 5 games. But after AlphaGo starts beating Lee Sedol every game, it's like, they're like, wow, that's a serious move. And there are some moves that are referenced more and more often, saying that, okay, that was a really, really good move. That was a really creative move. And even Go players, like human players, should learn from this. Does that make sense? Okay? So, the key assumptions for the game of Go, because the reason why it was so well received in the AI community was because all the computers in the world cannot compute all the variations in the game of Go. So it's resembling human intelligence because it has intuition, it has decision-making processes. It gets to select which parts they want to attack, because nobody tells you, you just have a hunch for it when you're playing the game. It's like, all right, I'm gonna target this place, I'm gonna take this area, and I'm gonna block that area. It's all in your head, and that's intuition because you don't think of it from start to finish, it comes to you. Does that make sense? It emerges, it's an emergent property. So, in order for you to play Go, you needed to have human intuition. Just machine brute processing alone isn't enough. That's why AI researchers wanted to learn about Go, was because it was thought, okay, you can't just have brute computation to fix this problem, you need to have like a decision-making tree that made sense, that guaranteed or at least gave a high probability of winning. So AI researchers like, let's learn Go. Let's find out a way where we can make Go the best player, or make AlphaGo the best Go player in the world. And so starting from there, we can start to understand what general intelligence is about. And we can use the lessons learned from AlphaGo to apply to different games, different scenarios, and say, hey, we can derive good logical reasoning, something that would resemble human intelligence, from using our lessons from AlphaGo. That's what AlphaGo is doing. Or that's the significance of AlphaGo. This is the number of possibilities. It's 10 to the power of 270 or something like that, or 170. So this is how long the digit is. These are all the possibilities that can happen in the game of Go. You cannot compute it using a computer. You cannot. So the computer itself also has to make decisions. Okay? So keep that in mind.